Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the fourth webinar done by Belita. So today, I think everyone probably knows, and as you can see, the topic of this webinar is smarter warehouse management, and it's something that we at Belita are really passionate about. I think we've developed a great system to benefit, logistics and warehousing, and we're just really excited to share our knowledge with you all, whether you may be an existing client of ours or someone just willing to learn for the sake of learning or just getting to know what an ERP is all about. So just a little bit about our hosts for today. We have two very special hosts. Manupri, I think you all are familiar with. He's done our webinars for so long, part and parcel of Belita and Entution. He will be taking over immediately. And we also have a new face joining us today, Madhusha Manakarama. She's also been with Belita for a while now and is one of our Entution experts as well. So I'll pass it over to Manu, who will start off the proceedings. Manu?
Yeah, hi. Thanks, Dinura. I'm audible and visible. So before I start off, just let me share my screen real quick. Right, hope my screen is visible. Okay, so um, good evening to everybody who's joined in. And so what we're going to discuss today on this webinar is specifically related to smart warehouse management. So before we go into the details of this, what we are targeting here is, as you all know, uh, the operation contains warehouse management functionality, how complex it can be, and how tedious it can be uh, to manage it effectively and efficiently, plus having that full transparency on your stock levels and whatever the activities that take on in your warehouse premises. Um, this actually becomes more complex because in most warehouses, the physical activities tend to be carried out by a labor force. So you need to have a proper operation where your workers can actually utilize the operation effectively. So it doesn't help if you get a system which is complex and your workers has to go through a hell of a lot to record your data on a system. So that won't work at all. So what you need to focus is make sure that the work that they have to perform is minimized and optimized, but in a manner that you cover your operational and organizational requirements as well. So down that line only, we are bringing this solution onto you. So you can see itself in a little bit where Madhusha will take you through the actual system, performing some of the transactions, which I'll explain in a little bit. Um, so before we go into the actual system, I'm going to give you a little bit of a brief into what this module contains and what kind of functionalities you can utilize out of this module. So this is, we call it as Entution WMS, which is primarily operating on a mobile-based platform, utilizing barcode reading and barcode printing plus barcode based inventory movement functionality. So if I go into certain operational or the functional features of this, um, so I would say the initial part of this application is the ability for you to configure your own barcoding formats. So as you all know, based on different industries and based on different products, the nature of products, you may have a requirement where one person's or one client's barcode format will not be the same for another client, where you need to have certain customized formats, customized information seen on your barcode. Um, Based on the operational requirements. So the first thing is you have 100% flexibility through the system to create what sort of information you need to appear on your barcode. So just on a practical context of on that aspect also that you need to be aware is the barcode sticker is of a limited size. So when you go into an operation like this, you need to consider what sort of a sticker size you're going to use, and then based on the sticker size only, you need to decide, okay, what sort of information I need, and what sort of information would be nice to have. So then you can compromise and decide on your sticker size, what actually needs to be there, because the sticker size will also play a sort of like a significant costing element when you try to refurbish a warehouse operation and bring in new elements. Because if you're going to go for barcoding, every product you need the barcode stickers, so you need to make sure you get it right. So as this first step, the system allows you the facility to generate barcodes in your own format, and the next step is the operational part of it. So this is isolated for a warehouse operation, so you can't run this independently. Ideal situation, you run it with Entution ERP as the backend, or the system also allows the facility for you to integrate with any other ERP out there. So if you're a user who's actually using a separate ERP system to ours, but still you need a specific warehouse management system, you can plug in this directly, integrate it with any ERP out there, and then you can function this smoothly with that. So that's another advantage of utilizing a module like this. So as I said in the very beginning, so uh, the activities on this module or the warehouse will be carried out by workers. So what we have focused pretty much thoroughly here is making their lives easier in terms of performing transactions. So actually, through a system like this, you can make sure all your warehouse workers eliminate their laptops and move into a mobile scanner. So it's that kind sort of a transformation, where they can use their activities through the mobile on the fly. So with that, I'll come down to the operations that the system supports. Um, First thing is the inventory movement part. So if you take a warehouse, your basic operations has two aspects: goods coming into the warehouse and goods going out of the warehouse. So if you take it in a nutshell, we are going to optimize these two operations. So goods coming in can be of different sources. One is your procurement. Either you can be a manufacturer where your production process carries out and then you get a particular item to your warehouse. And the other movement method is inventory transfers. So you can be receiving inventory from one of your other companies, or it can be from another warehouse. So this is the point where you receive goods to your warehouse. So what this system allows the person who's receiving the goods is um, to take in the GRN via printing a barcode and then pasting the sticker to the product, and then you can scan and take in those inventory to your stocks. So it's just a matter of printing the stickers, pasting, and scanning. That's all the warehouse user has to do. Everything else accordingly will get updated on your ERP system on the back end automatically. Then that's the first point, and then the operation after that would be so certain warehouse operations has a process called put away, where you have a rack and a bin system where you assign you can have your own custom algorithms where the system would suggest the users which racks or which bins um, this particular inventory should go to. So this is fully configurable on the system. For example, your warehouse layout can also play a part here, whereas distance to certain racks, if the particular items we are talking about are fast moving items, um, then you need to have them at close range. So your picking process is efficient. So scenarios like that, algorithms like that can be inbuilt to the system to make sure uh, you get a customized put away procedure, which is the optimum one suited for your nature of the product and your nature of the operation. So with the put away, you'll be able to see the rack capacities visually. You can define your rack dimensions, your storage dimensions, and system will consider those when we suggest where the item should go to as well. So that's basically what the put away procedure does. And then the next operation comes into play where the items move out of your warehouse. So this basically involves picking items against your let's say sales orders or invoices, and then perform the dispatches. So there's a picking process as well. When you get an order or an invoice from a customer, the system should suggest you where you need to pick the items. I mean, the ideal scenario is in Sri Lanka, most cases, most warehouses are run dependent on their workers. Um, if you take an example, you need an order of product A. The warehouse manager actually depending on the warehouse workers to know where these products are, because they know from muscle memory uh, where these items are and all that. So that's how most of the warehouse environments are designed in Sri Lanka. So what this kind of a system does is it removes that dependency, and then it brings a standardization to the whole operation, where independent of who is working on the particular shift or the particular day, you'll get an order, and then you can proceed it out with the maximum efficiency out there, and make sure the customer gets it in a real good time. So as I said, the system will suggest you where each item is and where it should be picked out. We can consider scenarios like expiry periods, and then the nature of the product movement, fast moving products, slow moving products. So ideal scenario, your worker should be able to pick the item with minimum step counts uh, and minimum time. So that's the idea behind that. So against your pick list or an order, you'll be able to get this suggestion from the system, which is going to make sure that your loading process and your dispatching processes are done at an optimum level. So that's basically I'm taking you through a very high level operation here. It has much more functionalities, but just want to cover what can be done on this time period, along with in a manner that everybody understands the basic operations. And then what I want to finally touch is the return process. So you have customer returns, you have supply return packs. Again, this process involves inventory movement in and out of the warehouse, which um, basically means that you have the scanning procedure again. So in terms of the custom returns, you'll be able to scan the particular item when it's returned by a customer. There you'll be able to see whether if you're utilizing expiry based products. Once you scan, you will know whether this item is expired or not, and then you'll be able to keep separate locations like quarantine locations, expired locations, and then system can again suggest where the returned item should go to. And then, of course, you can maintain those separately, see whether those are resellable and all that. And then, if you need to transfer something back to your suppliers, you can do that via the scanning and picking process as well. Um, so this is the nature of the operation on Entution warehouse management system. As I said, this is like a configurable solution which we actually open to set up to any kind of operation out there, considering the specific scenarios that you have in terms of your warehouse management operations. So my purpose on the webinar is actually just to give you an overview of this system and then prepare you for what you're going to see in terms of the demonstration aspect of it. So I believe you've got a certain idea on what we are going to demonstrate as the next segment of the solution. And I'll be handing over the screen to Madhusha, who is going to take you through some of the processes that I explained in brief. So you will be able to see actually on the system how a user can perform it and how user friendly and how efficient it would be as well. So if you guys have any questions in terms of the operations or procedure, so we can have a QA session at the end of the webinar. So better you go through the system demonstration section as well, and then we discuss any other matters that's been raised after that. Madhusha, over to you.
Right. Thanks, Manu. Hi, guys. Good afternoon. This is Madhusha Malapurana, Implementation Engineer from Data. I hope you all guys can hear my voice and you can see my screen as well.
Hi, Madhusha. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. I'm here today to discuss with you how to efficiently manage your warehouse-related activities using Entution barcode app. Before move on to the mobile application, I would like to show you how to sync your transaction data to the mobile application. This means linking your source document to the mobile application. You can see this is the ERP system, Entution ERP system. This is the purchase order form. Here you can see I have successfully generated purchase order here. The reason is you can see transaction number 000508. Once I successfully completed purchase order, those data will be linked to the mobile application. I will show you later. Once we successfully created purchase order, those data will be linked to the mobile application. What I need to say, this is the place where you can generate your transaction. It means your source documents, such as purchase order, sales order, you can see sales return orders, and purchase return orders like that. Let's move on to the mobile application. Right, let's continue the system. Now you can see mobile application. This is the Entution barcode app, which empowers you to streamline your warehouse activities such as your sales process, purchasing process, return process, as well as I have mentioned throughout the session. I will guide you on how to link ERP transaction with the mobile application. This is the first interface of the mobile application. You can see key features like start, settings, and profile. Under the profile, you can see basic details such as your username, balance sheet level. Balance sheet level means your company, right? Under the warehouse, you can see which warehouse you currently logged into. When we come to the task option, you can see several crucial activities related to warehouse management. Inbound shipment, outbound shipment, reports, like those things. I'll explain later one by one. When we come to the inbound shipment section, this section deals with all the goods entering to the warehouse. Let's say example like your purchasing process, your sales return process, like that. When we come to the outbound shipment section, this section deals with all the goods leaving from the warehouse. Let's say example like your sales process, purchase return process, like that. Now I am going to explain how we can manage your purchasing process using Entution barcode app. Under the inbound shipment category, you can see purchase order profile. Under the purchase order profile, you can see list of the transaction numbers, like representing different purchase orders. As I mentioned earlier, those source documents are generated via ERP. In here, you have to select relevant purchase order number here. Let's assume your one is first one, 000508. You have to click on like this. Now you can see what are the items in the selected purchase order. You have to scan those items one by one, and you have to enter quantity that you are going to PR. Let's see it. Click on like this. In here, you have to scan product first. Once you scan the product, the pop-up will appear. In the pop-up, you have to enter quantity that you are going to PR. Let's assume this is your product. Scan product like this. Right. In the pop-up, now you have to enter quantity that you are going to PR it. I enter save and click save. Now you can see several details against this product: expiry date, manufacturer date, location, batch number, icon. In here, you can see location source as the staging area. The reason behind that, until you are going to assign those products to actual bin location source like staging area. Before initiating put away process, we are going to move those products to temporary location. It's the meaning of that. We have to click this icon, right? Right. Now you can see your captured quantities are changed 0 to 7. Now you have to go to next product and you have to follow same process. Click on like this. Now you can see the space. In this space, you have to scan the product. Once you scan the product, pop-up will appear. You know, in the pop-up, you have to enter quantity that you are going to clear it. I think this is your product. Now you have to scan like this. Now you can see pop-up. In this pop-up, you have to enter quantity and click save. Now you can recognize several details against the product. Now you have to click like this. In here, you captured all the quantities. Now you have to submit your purchase order. You have to click submit item. Right. Once you submit your purchase order, those items will appear under the order footer. Before move on to the order footer, I would like to show you transaction summary against the purchase order. Using staging area detail report, you can see product name, quantity, like those details. Right. So far, I have covered how we can generate transactions in the ERP, how we can sync those transactions to the mobile application, and how we can efficiently manage your purchasing process via barcode Entution app. Now I'm going to discuss with you how to manage your put away process. Under the inbound shipment, you can see order put away profile. This is the place where you can decide your actual bin location. Now you can see list of the transaction number, like presently different purchase order. You have to click relevant purchase order. You remember your one is second one. Click on like this. Now you can see items against the selected purchase order. Now you have to scan those products one by one, and you have to scan your report as well. Click on like this. In here, you have to scan product first. Let's assume this is your product. Right. Once you scan the product, you can recognize several details are appear. Now you can click next. Under the picking wrap, mobile application suggests track number 1. No? Reason of this is application suggests track number 1 is more suitable for storing those products based on predefined algorithms, right? Which can be customized based on your requirements. Don't worry about it. Still, you can see track number 3, track number 10 is still not configured, but based on your requirements, we can customize those things. Now I am going to scan track number 1. Reason is under the picking wrap, system suggests track number 1. Right. Click next. I am going to scan products again. Right. Now you have to enter quantity and click finish. Now you can see your items are moving from staging area to relevant bin location. In here, you have to scan products twice. The reason is first scan check if this product is correct. Second scan, move those products to relevant location. Now we have access second product. You have to follow same procedure. You have to scan the product first, and you have to scan your records as well. Let's assume this is your product and scan like this. Scan your rack as well. System suggests track number 10 is more suitable rack for the storing those products, right? Now I'm going to scan rack number 10. Let's assume this is your rack. You can see now. Right. Click next. Now you have to scan products again. Now you have an idea why we need to scan products twice. Let's scan like. Right. Now you have to enter quantity and click finish. Now you can see your items are moving from staging area to relevant bin location. Now you have to click OK, then submit it. Once your order put away is completed, those details appear completed order put away. It means your GRN process is successfully completed. You can view those details under the bin card detail report with bin capacity visualization in the ERP report, right? I will show you later. The reason is at end of each transaction, this report will update. Right. So far, we have covered how to efficiently manage your purchasing process, how we can assign relevant bin locations. Now we have to cover your sales process. Now I am going to discuss with you how to efficiently manage your sales process using Entution barcode app. Under the outbound shipment category, you can see several transactions: sales orders, sales invoice, transact, internal order, purchase return, likewise. Under the outbound shipment, you can see purchase order profile. Under the purchase order profile, you can see list of the transaction number, like representing different purchase orders. In here, you have to select relevant sales order. As I mentioned earlier, those source documents come from the ERP end. It means those source documents generated via ERP. In here, you have to select relevant sales order. Let's assume you are on this first one. You have to click on like this. Now you can see list of the items against the selected sales order. You have to scan those products one by one, and you have to enter quantity that you are going to display. Right. In here, you can scan the product. Once you scan the product, you already know the pop-up will appear. In the pop-up, you have to enter quantity that you are going to display. Let's assume this one is your product. Scan like this. In the pop-up, you have to enter quantity and click save. Now you can see under the begin that system suggests track number 1. The meaning of this, those items out from the track number 1 based on the predefined customer algorithm, which can be customized based on your requirement. Let's say you have a requirement to customize based on the nearest location. We have facilities to customize those requirements, right? Don't worry about it. You have to click like this. Now you can see your captured quantity are changed 0 to 4. Now we have to go to second product. You have to follow same procedure. In here, you have to scan the product. Once you scan the product, you already know the pop-up will appear. Right. Let's scan. Right. In the pop-up, you have to enter quantity that you are going to display and click save. Now you have to submit it. Click submit icon. Right. We have successfully completed your sales order process. At end of the transaction, you can view those stock movements using bin card report with bin capacity visualization in the ERP. I will show you later how to access it. So far, we have covered how to efficiently manage your purchasing process and sales process. Now we have to discuss how we can manage your return process, right? Under the return process, we have to cover sales return and purchase return also. Now I am going to discuss how to efficiently manage your sales return process. Under the inbound shipment, you can see sales return. Under the sales return profile, you can see several transactions like representing different sales return orders. You have an idea. In here, you have to click relevant sales return order. Those source documents are generated via ERP. Those source documents come from the ERP, right? In here, you have to select relevant sales return order. Let's assume your one is first one. Click on like this. Now you can see items in the selected sales return order. Now you have to scan this item. Let's assume this one is your product. Scan it. You have to enter quantity and click save. Now you can see in here location source as the return area. Reason behind this, before initiating the put away process, location source as the return area, it means temporary location. Until we are going to move those location source like return area. Now you have to click this one. Now you have to click submit. Once you submit sales return order, those details will appear under the return footer. Now you can see under the return footer screen, several transaction numbers are appeared. You have to select your relevant sales return number. Right. In here, you have to scan the product first. And click next. Under the put away rack, mobile application suggests tax number 1 is most suitable rack for storing those products, right? Right. We have to scan tax number 1. Scan like this. And click next. We have to scan product again. Well, I have explained why we need to scan product twice. In here, we have to scan product again. Scan like this. And enter quantity. And click finish. Now you can see your items are moving from return area to relevant bin location. It means your items are moving temporary location to relevant bin location. Now you have to click OK and submit. Right. Now you have completed your sales return process using Entution barcode and efficiency. So far, we have discussed how to capture your purchasing process, your sales process, as well as we have discussed how we can efficiently manage your sales return process as well. Finally, now I am going to discuss with you how to manage your purchase return process using Entution barcode app. Right. Under the outbound shipment section, you can see option for the purchase return. Under the purchase return profile, you can see several transaction numbers, like representing different purchase return order. You already know those source documents come from the ERP. In here, you have to select relevant purchase return order. Let's assume your one is first one. Right. Click on like this. You have to click on the arrow, right? In here, you can see items against the selected purchase return order. You have to scan item first. In the pop-up, you can enter quantity that you are going to return. Enter quantity as well and hit save. Right. Now you have to submit it. Right. Now we have successfully completed purchase return process also. So far we have discussed how to manage your warehouse related functionality using Entution barcode app, such as your sales process, purchase process, return process as well. Right. This is the bin card detail report. You can view transaction summary with bin capacity visualization using this report. At end of each transaction, this report will update, right? Right. To conclude this webinar, let's quickly summarize the key points we have covered today. Syncing ERP data with the mobile application, warehouse management and Entution, as how we can process your inbound shipment process, outbound shipment process, put away process, and stock management. We already covered how to efficiently manage your sales and sales return process as well. In the conclusion, I would like to mention the Entution barcode app is designed to streamline your warehouse-related functions like sales, purchasing, and return life bulk. Right, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time and your attention. That time is yours. If you have any question or if you need any further clarification, please ask someone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madhusha. That was amazing. Like she mentioned, if you have any questions for Madhusha or Manu, you can unmute yourself and ask a question, or you can drop one on the chat and we'll answer it right away. Okay, I'm just gonna wait a few more, just a bit more before we wrap this up. If there are no questions, I would like to thank everyone who showed up today and joined us in this webinar. This is our 4th webinar. We hope to bring you more once a month. So again, even if you don't have a question and just want to drop what kind of webinar you'd like to see next, we are happy to take that into consideration as well. Oh, we do have a, do we have a question? No, but we do have a Q&A section open. So if you do have a question, please ask. But anyone? No, okay. All right. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining with us. Thank you to Madhusha and Manu for their amazing session. I think they did a wonderful job. I think you guys would agree as well. So stay tuned. We'll share the next webinar very soon. Have a great day. Thank you from all of us at Belita. Yes, could you send us maybe an email? I'll drop an email. If you could send us a message, an email on to this, and we'll get back to you and see what we can do. All right? Thank you so much. Thanks, guys. Have a good day. Okay. All right. I shall note that down, Kanish. Hi, Suresh. Is there anything you'd like to
Yeah,
ask from us?
yeah,
Oh,
right.
actually,
Actually,
yeah.
I'm from ABC Pharma.
Uh-huh.
So that our products containing some barcode.
Right.
So so without creating barcodes, can't we use these barcode decoding by your system?
Okay. Suresh, just hold on 1 second. Just give me a minute. All right. Shall we, I think the host just left the webinar, but I'll bring them
Right.
back in so we can answer your question. Just give us
Right.
1 minute, okay? Just stay on the line.
Sure.
All right. Okay. Yeah, they'll be joining now. Manu, Suresh, could you ask
Yeah.
the question from Manu again?
Yeah, actually, without creating new barcodes, the item what we have. Hello.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, you can hear me.
Please go ahead. I can hear you.
Yeah. These items containing some barcodes with the foreign suppliers.
Okay.
So can't we use those barcode by decoding to your system?
That's perfectly fine. You can use the existing barcode if your product carries a standard barcode.
All right. That is can use for your system. So that we don't need to create another barcode for system.
No, no.
Only your software and your devices can do the operation.
Yes, exactly.
All right. That is great. That is actually I'm interested on this matter. So I'll send you my number. So you better contact me. We are seeking for this kind of system for logistics.
Okay, that'll be great. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Suresh. Thank you so much for your question. Will you be dropping us your contact details on the chat, or you can, like I said, email us at marketing@belita.com and we'll get back to you from there.
Sure. I'll mail you my address and details.
Okay, perfect. Thank
Okay.
you so much. Okay, have a good day, Suresh. Do we have any other questions if anyone wants to ask before we wrap things up? Hi, Kanishka, do you have a question? Yes. I will get back to you with the webinar. Yes, I'll share it with you. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah. Um, have a great day, and we shall, uh, get back to you with new webinars, old webinars, all of it. All right. Thank you.